Congratulations, your business is doing very well, but now you're ready to take things to the next level. So what do? Of course, you rent a booth down at the market at a corner of town, and you get ready for your business to take off. Now, this seems like an amazing idea initially. I mean, if you think about that outdoor market, there are all sorts of interesting people. They're looking to make new discoveries. You're surrounded by lots of new and innovative concepts. What could be a better place to accelerate growth? Only here's the thing. As soon as you set up shop, you look to your right, Carl's Cotton Candy Stand. You look to your left, Gloria's Gift Shop. And suddenly you realize maybe this wasn't the best place for you to do business after all. Now, for Carl and Gloria, it was a pretty good day. For you, not so much. In fact, at the end of the day, you only had 3 customers stop by the booth. Number 1, they were just looking for the bathroom. Number 2, they actually fit the profile of the ideal customer, but they were so hungry that you sent them over to talk to Carl. And that 3rd customer, they started getting into a great conversation with you until they got distracted and started taking selfies with Gloria. Now, I know what you're thinking. I run a B2B business. This is a silly analogy. I would never take my B2B business and set up shop in an open air market. But here's the thing. When you think about it, today's digital ecosystem actually has a lot in common with that open air market. Let's connect all the points and draw the parallel. First of all, it is an extremely cluttered environment. It's full of a lot of suspicious characters, a lot of unsavory content. And think about the digital ecosystem as a backdrop for your brand. If people are talking about the latest celebrity fashions, it is not a place where you want to position yourselves. All right, let's talk about that audience. It is true that you can find the people that you're going after in a lot of different places. But here's the reality. If that target customer is hanging out with their family with a plush Porky Pig under their arm, they are not in a mindset to engage with that amazing white paper that you just put together. Mindset actually matters. So with the wrong environment and an audience that's in the wrong mindset, is it any wonder that the engagement that you're looking for just isn't there? Let's summarize. In most cases, the digital ecosystem serves up the wrong environment, serves up an audience that's just got the wrong mindset, and that delivers the wrong kind of engagement. So let's take stock. If that's everything that's wrong with the digital ecosystem, what would be right? How could you reach the right professionals in the right way? Imagine a place where you have a collection of stand-up brands where your brand can stand out. Imagine a place where you can find the audience in the mindset that you care about, but they're actually looking for you. Imagine a place where you can actually engage that audience and move business relationships forward. The reality is that if you could find that place, it would look a lot like LinkedIn. At LinkedIn, we're not focused on vanity metrics like impressions or clicks. We are squarely focused on what our customers tell us matters the most: conversions and revenue. So how do we deliver? We focus on 3 things, and we do them better than anyone else. We serve up the right environment, we deliver the right audience in the right mindset, and as a result of that, we're able to deliver the right kinds of engagement. Now, you may have heard that before from other brands. I would argue that no other company, though, is delivering this in the way that we are. And what's very special about LinkedIn is not that we can deliver each of those dimensions in isolation, but that they all come together. And it's the multiplicative effect of combining those elements that really drives value. Let me give you a quick case study. So we've all heard of SurveyMonkey, the global survey platform. SurveyMonkey analyzed the ad spend across a number of different platforms. And what they realized at the end of the day is they were seeing the best conversion, the best revenue generation on LinkedIn. What they decided to do is take the vast majority of that ad spend and move it over to LinkedIn as a result of that. And they've actually talked about this as they've gone public because they want to show the street that they have the discipline to really define what matters and drive their business in a way that's consistent with that. So what I want to do is I want to peel back the onion and talk about each of those elements, the environment, the audience, and the kind of engagement that we deliver on LinkedIn. Let's start first of all by talking about the environment. The environment on LinkedIn is very unique for a couple of reasons. From a brand perspective, we give brands control and transparency over how and where their brands show up. And especially in this day and age, that's incredibly important. From a member perspective, we also drive a high level of trust and authenticity. Members bring their best selves to LinkedIn because it's the place that they do business professionally. Not only that, but they actually demand that the members that they engage with do the same. And that creates an environment which is very unique relative to other spaces that you're going to find out on the internet. The other thing that's really exciting about LinkedIn is the fact that you can find the audiences that you care most about. So if you're interested in looking at lead segments, high propensity accounts, retargeting website visitors, targeting employees, or targeting prospects, they're all going to be on LinkedIn. There's a vibrant community that's actually engaged on the platform. You've got members that are sharing information. They're commenting on information. You've got publishers or brands that are actually feeding into that dialogue as well. It creates a very organic experience that is real and that attracts that audience that you care most about. Here are a couple of great examples. Real feeds, video, publishers that are actually putting out provocative content that's generating a tremendous amount of dialogue. It's no surprise that in a recent survey that Nielsen ran, when asked which sources do you go to make key business decisions, 71% said, I go to LinkedIn. That's where I get primary information. All right, very unique environment. Let's talk about the audience that populates that environment. When you come to LinkedIn, you find a vast array of professionals that are on the platform, the key decision makers that are actually moving the needle to make purchase decisions. But not only that, you're finding the influencers that influence the decision makers, you're finding the people on the front line that do the work, and you're finding future business leaders. If you can curate a relationship with all of those individuals, it gives you a massive advantage, not only in the short term, but over the long term. It's not enough just to have the audience. You actually need to be able to reach that audience. And at LinkedIn, we serve up an incredible array of targeting capabilities that allow you to zero in on exactly who you care about. Let me give you a couple of examples of the audiences that you might be interested in. We have 62 million business decision makers. These are the people that write the checks, and they're on LinkedIn. We have 45 million members of IT buying committees. And if you're interested in small and mid-sized businesses, we know who the highest growing ones are because we can see who's hiring, and they're present on our platform as well. So from environment to audience, LinkedIn offers a unique value proposition. Those two facets combine to introduce the third dimension of our platform, which is engagement. HubSpot did a very interesting analysis across all of their customers and where they were putting their ad spend. What they found is that among customers that are spending on LinkedIn, they saw a conversion rate that was 2x that the rest of their customers were seeing. That's massive, 2 times as high. Now, how do we achieve that? A couple things. First of all, engagement on our platform is on fire. It's exploding. Over the past year alone, we've seen 53% increase in mobile sessions. Why does that matter? The more people that are coming to LinkedIn, the more exposure your brand gets. Number two, we allow you to zero in on exactly the kind of results that you care about. Maybe you're interested in awareness. Maybe you care about consideration. Or maybe you really want to drive conversion. We can prescribe a set of ad products that allow you to achieve exactly the objectives that you care most about. As an example, if you care about top of the funnel, driving organic awareness, we offer a product called Elevate. It's an employee advocacy platform that allows you to use your employees as a distribution channel for rich content. We offer company pages where you can actually build a presence on LinkedIn. Let's say you're interested in consideration. We've got a number of products designed to do exactly that. Generate leads for your business. Sponsored content, sponsored video, lead generation forms that allow our members with a click of the button to populate a form and generate a lead for you. And what about conversion to revenue? We have integrated our sales platform and our marketing platform. Now, if you generate a lead, we can notify the sales organization. It becomes a new opportunity in Sales Navigator and populates your CRM system. And as soon as that closes, you've got a full chain of touch points that allow you to correlate all of your usage of LinkedIn marketing and sales solutions to the actual revenue event. That is a chain that you're not going to find on other platforms, and it represents an end-to-end solution that we're bringing to the table. So let me give you a great example of a company that's actually used this technology in real life, Adobe. Adobe is doing some great work around artificial intelligence. The problem was people didn't know about it. They came to LinkedIn and they said, can you help us? They put together a number of thought leadership pieces on AI, fed them into our feed via sponsored content, and immediately saw engagement around those pieces. So from a qualitative perspective, they knew that there was a rich dialogue that was transpiring. But from a quantitative perspective, we were actually able to help them gauge the impact as well. Through a series of dashboards, they could see which pieces were trending, where the engagement was coming from, and deliver more of that. So there was no guessing and there was no question about the kinds of numbers that they were driving. So going back to that analogy that I used at the beginning of the presentation, it's true that you would never open up a booth on the side of town, but we all work in a digital ecosystem. And the reality is that while a market like that is an exciting place to be, it's not a place for your brand. When you're ready to reach the right professionals the right way, by zeroing in on an environment that's authentic and trustworthy, on an audience that brings the right mindset, and on a level of engagement that drives converted revenue, you're ready to work with us at LinkedIn, and we would love to be a part of your solution. Let's have an additional conversation.